So when you are considered one of the upper echelon at what you do, take me inside the mind of a right tackle in the NFL. What do you do? What have you done to consistently separate yourself from the average right tackles in the game?
Man, it's really mental torture when it comes to guys on our team that are guys that are really good in this league. Always something they take a little bit different. Kelsey, Peters, Brooks. I mean, we go through a living hell because when you get to a point in your career where you have established yourself, you're expected to not ever get beat, not ever make a mistake. You got to live on a razor's edge. So you really have to draw out all negativity. There's so much negativity online with people. They're going to tell you what to do, what you are, what you're not. And so the main thing is staying in the moment. I think when you go back and watch Jordan talk about that, Kobe Bryant talk about being mindful, being in the moment, not caring about what people say, and not really throwing off your focus. So moving forward, my thing is play it one snap at a time, getting healthy, fighting through whatever I got to fight through, and really, man, just be there for my teammates. I found out, when you're injured and you're on the sidelines, it's not a good feeling. I want to be out there with my guys battling. That's what I love doing, playing with the guys next to me and up front, and that's where I'm most happy. So get healthy and go give them hell.
What is the key to gaining psychological advantage over your opponent? Because there are times when you can see, when you talk about certain matchups, Lane Johnson against this guy, Lane Johnson against that guy. And when I've talked to offensive linemen in the past, they say, you know at a certain points of a game when you get inside of their head and you mentally have worn them down. What's your technique in terms of trying to mentally as well as physically wear an opponent down?
I try not to say a whole lot. I mean, I usually don't ever talk any trash unless somebody mouths off to me, but, usually it's been pretty cordial. Really, it's about play after play. I think what a defensive end hates seeing is a guy that doesn't show any emotion, good or bad, if he gets beat or if he get, nothing throws him off, and the guy that just keeps coming with a relentless energy. That's what I find probably to be the most demeaning as far as, guys that I've talked to, players that I look up to. They kind of say you got to be the villain in the horror movie. You got to be the Mike Myers, the guy that's always coming. Is he dead? We don't know. He may be lurking in the shadows. So that's kind of the offensive lineman mentality.
All right, how do you separate the two mentalities of Lane Johnson, upper echelon, Pro Bowl right tackle, and Lane Johnson off the field, family man and friend? How do you separate the two? Because in some players' cases I've talked to, it's difficult.
I can't. Until I'm retired, until you're out of this microscope, you can't. I feel like you're always on. There's never an off switch because you're always getting evaluated. You're always getting compared to what you were, what you're going to be. Are you regressing? Are you progressing? Are you staying stagnant? With all eyes on me all the time, it drives me nuts. So literally every day I'm, working. And that's how guys are on the team. Guys that are good, the Jason Peters, the Kelseys, the Brooks, all these guys, the Slays, the Cox, all these guys, they just work relentlessly. And really, I mean, that goes around all sports. You see guys that are good or, guys just have an obsession with it. So when you're playing, I think a lot of guys want to say they want to maximize their potential and maximize their time in the league. And so when they look back, they don't really have any regrets. So, looking probably the back half of my career, I want to, go full tilt.
I'm going to get to the back end of your career in just a moment, but getting back to what you're saying in terms of I can't separate the two. In some ways, isn't that dangerous? Because we've seen a lot of players in a lot of sports who can't separate the average guy from the professional athlete, and it has cost them in a lot of ways off their playing fields.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine once I'm done playing. It's just it's totally different when you're in the mix. Outside of football in the off season, I'm normal, but during the season, it's really kill or be killed every day. You're getting evaluated at practice. There is no time to relax. There's no time to catch your breath. And so, I'm going to fight that fight, the best I can. And that's with energy and that's with passion. So, and whatever happens, happens.